Welcome to Distress to Joyful, Bailey's Way. I'm your host, Bailey Reber, here to enlighten you and the rest of the world about one of the most misunderstood mental disorders out there, bipolar disorder. Each week, we're going to learn more about my personal journey with the disorder while leaving you enriched with new information on how you can help better yourself as well as those around you. Hello! I have missed y'all so much. Honestly, I never thought I would say that I missed sitting in a closet and talking to myself, but if you know me, you know I love to talk, so you probably aren't surprised by that. I shouldn't be surprised either. So before we get started, let me tell you what I've been doing this past month while I've been away and what's new. First of all, welcome to season 2. If you haven't noticed, I changed the photo of everything for season 2. I wanted to differentiate between the two seasons without losing the numbering because there are so many podcast platforms and some have seasons and some don't, and I want to be able to cater to all of you. Plus, each season, which, is the start of each year is what I've decided, I'm going to bring you new things that were different than the year before. And so, we'll try out some things for 2021. The things that weren't working that great or things that y'all just didn't really care for, I will put out a poll and we will take those away and I will add something new and creative and just kind of keep this rolling and just have fun with it. Okay, so what I have been up to. I have been working a lot. Like crazy. I work 2 jobs in case y'all didn't know that, which I feel like y'all don't know that. I feel like I've never said that before. So, FYI, I work 2 jobs. One is Monday through Friday as a medical receptionist, and I've been working some overtime lately, which is good for my wallet. Not really complaining. And then the other job is part-time on the weekends at a cycling studio, just for some extra cash. And also just because it's really fun and the owners of this studio, y'all, they are amazing. They are so awesome to work for. And really, it is a little fun extra cash job. I'm just so thankful to have that in my life. Also, I've been leading a group of amazing people, mainly women. So y'all don't feel sexist or anything. Don't feel some kind of way when I keep referring to all the women I'm working with because for the most part, they really all are just women. But I've been working with this amazing group in a free online challenge called 60 Days Stronger that I'm running. It's my second time doing so, and it definitely will not be the last. Oh my gosh. So the first time I did it, it was for October and November. It was super spur of the moment. A friend of mine, I've mentioned this before, Lauren, she did 75 hard. I thought that was ridiculous. Fuck that shit. We are not doing something that hard. While, Lauren, you are, again, an amazing human being for finishing that. Me, personally, not on my to-do list. So 60 Days Stronger is a challenge that I created, which is obviously 60 days long. Hello. But there's 5 objectives each day that you are trying to complete. It's hydration, meal plan/nutrition, self-development, which is either journaling or reading a self-help book, exercise, of course. How did I almost forget exercise? And then the 5th and final task is gratitude. So the first time I did this, again, it was super spur of the moment, threw things together, and it honestly wasn't that successful. Everybody kind of fell off the wagon 2 to 3 weeks in, and it was a little disappointing for myself too, because I'm okay, everybody was so excited and then they just disappeared. So this time around, after doing some brainstorming and some chatting with Kirsten and Lindsay, we now have prizes that I'm giving out for the winners. There's a point system. And y'all, oh my God, watching these women change, and it's only been 20-something days so far. And watching them going from hating exercising, not really enjoying eating healthy, skipping out on doing that, not interested in I already said exercise or like the water type thing, trying to find little ways to weasel around. And I'm just saying, nope, nope, you can't. Going from all of that to now seeing that these women are enjoying exercising. They are making healthy meals at home and they're loving them. They're having more energy and they're spending more time with their kids running around. They're challenging themselves in other ways outside of this challenge that they're doing alongside me. And my God, it's incredible. It is incredible. And it's also like, it's really funny that it's not funny because this is my personality. If there's something for free, I'm going to try my hardest to win it. So I'm like, why didn't I think of that before? That's what's funny. I should have known the first time I did this, I should have gave away prizes because prizes keep people motivated. Doesn't matter what it is. You're going to push for it and you're going to win it. If you're like me and, all the other competitive, crazy people in the world. But anyways, yes. So I will be doing this challenge again in April. I'm going to try to do it once a quarter. And yeah, if y'all want to hop on board, just follow me on Instagram. What is Hey Bales doing? That's what is, just how it sounds like it's spelled. And then HEYBAILS doing. And I'll also post about it on the Distress to Joyful Instagram as well, so that y'all can all join along in this free challenge and transform your own lives the way I'm watching these wonderful women do it too. It really is amazing. I'm loving it. And then some other things I've been doing besides, working 2 jobs and leading these women in a challenge that I'm doing alongside them. But I've also been organizing. We've got our apartment all cleaned up and have started adding new furniture, which is so exciting. I organized all my sewing stuff. Yes, I did. How long is it going to stay organized? We don't know. But at least I tried, and hopefully I'm going to stay with the system. But guys, I'm messy. As organized as I am, I'm also messy when it comes to my projects because I just want to do all the things. And I've also set up a system for my calendar and for all of the content and fun goodies that I plan to bring to you this year. Yes. Y'all, I'm so super excited about that. Like, I've got a super good plan in action. I've got someone editing my podcast for me. He's listening right now as editing, and thank you. Guys, 2021 is going to be incredible. It is. I just feel it. I just feel it. So speaking of, let's talk about what's new. So in this season, I'm going to talk about therapy. I'm going to start reviewing my sessions with you. I want to show you how greatly I have benefited from seeing my amazing therapist for the past 9 years. Yep, you heard that right. 9 years. 9 years I've been seeing my therapist, Chelsea, and my gosh, hopefully with me being open and talking to you about some of the things that we work through in therapy will show you that therapy is just so wonderful and it will convince all y'all to go. That's right. I just said that in Texan. All y'all to go to therapy. You need it? We all do. It's amazing. Trust me. We're also going to have guest speakers this season. So I'm looking for people with different mental health disorders other than bipolar disorder. Obviously, if you have bipolar disorder, I would still love to interview you on the show because your bipolar disorder is totally different from my bipolar disorder. And we could really benefit from another perspective of the same damn thing. Am I right? Yes. Just nod your head. Yes, I am. Also, though, I do want to talk with other people that have different mental health conditions because I really think it's important that we start to shed light on mental health and bring more awareness to the specifics of different things that are out there. Yes, this is, again, focused on bipolar disorder, but we're going to be friendly. We're going to open up the door and the floor and let other people come in and tell us about what they've experienced too. Also, though, just a heads up, these guest speakers will be popping up at random because I just want to keep y'all on your toes. So don't be expecting like every other week to hear somebody talk or every week or every month because who knows? They're just going to show up when they do. Lastly, I am really, really, really excited about this new thing. I've got a new segment each week where I want to hear from you. Yes. So at the end of every episode, since we're going to be a little bit heavier on the topics this year, I've got a new segment where you guys get the opportunity to write in and let me talk about you on the show. I'll give you more details at the end of this episode, but I promise you, you don't want to miss it. So let's get started with today's episode. Well, that didn't go as planned. And if you haven't already guessed by the title, yes, we are reviewing the year 2020 and, well, all of the things that it was and wasn't. So 2020 was definitely not what I wanted. I had lots of trips planned that I had to cancel. So many weddings and races and events and socializational thingamabobs and everything was canceled. A new job that I had signed on to at the end of March was put on hold, and I was unemployed for the first time in my life twice in the year 2020. Yeah, twice. Twice I was unemployed. Never thought I would say those words. Guys, we were all stuck in the house away from people. Yeah, I paused because, oh my God, what a disaster. I'm an extreme extrovert. You don't lock me away from people. That's redundant, but you don't. Oh God, I drove my boyfriend and my roommates at the time crazy, I'm sure, with all of the talking that they just had to hear from me all day long. Oh man. And all of my routines and healthy habits that took me so long to build prior to 2020, they just seemingly disappeared overnight. And it felt like I took 20 steps backwards from all of the progress from before. Yeah. The list goes on, y'all. The list goes on. I could continue for another 5 hours, I bet you. But we're not going to focus on the negatives from 2020. Nope. 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 We're not. No, we're not. Instead, we're going to focus on the positive things that 2020 unexpectedly brought as it ruined all of my plans. Yep. So while it was a wild year, it was exactly what I didn't know I needed. So this is what I gained from 2021. I gained an incredible amount of free time to devote to launching this podcast. Hello. Talking in a closet, spending time with y'all, and it's been amazing. Yes. I gained hours that I was able to use spending time working on sewing projects and a pile of sewing patterns that I had bought during a manic spending spree in the past, but never had the courage to attempt using. I made some beautiful outfits and works of art, if you will, while expanding my skills. Guys, that was probably one of the biggest things that I really didn't know I needed. I forgot how much joy sewing brings me. And honestly, patterns have always scared me because I never really understood them. And I had so much free time that I took the time to learn. I pulled up YouTube, I Googled terms, and by golly, I made some damn good stuff. I'll work on posting some photos so y'all can see. I gained countless hours of quality time spent with the love of my life, who I had just started dating 2 months before the lockdown in 2020. And guys, our relationship has flourished because of it. Flourished. Wowza. I learned to be still. And y'all, I don't do that very well. Nope. So during 2020, I began to focus on what and who really matters to me. And I even sent out a ton of handwritten letters to people, just expressing my gratitude to them for being in my life. And guys, honestly, that was probably one of the biggest things I gained from 2020 because I have always been the person to just go, 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 go. I don't like staying home by myself. I don't like doing nothing. I need to be out and about. I have always been the opposite of a homebody. I just want to be out around people, doing the things, constantly going. Part of that is my Enneagram 8. Part of that is also because if I'm sitting still by myself, I have time to then dwell on past hurts, past traumas, anything that I don't really want to think about. So to avoid thinking about these things, I just constantly stayed moving. But then 2020 happened where I wasn't allowed to constantly stay moving, and I had to learn to be okay with being still and doing nothing and enjoying the moment and the people that I did have around me in that time. And like I said, express gratitude for the people in my life who I haven't seen in over a year now because of this. I mean, guys, I don't know about you, but if you were like me and you used to be a out and about, go around all the time type person, think about that for a second. Think about 2020. Did you take time to sit down and just be still with yourself and your thoughts and just appreciate life in the now instead of just go, go, go? Think about that for a bit. I also had plenty of time on the subject of thinking to sit down and really think about what I want out of my life and to devise a plan on how to get there, which there will be more about that in the coming episodes. Also, I learned the hard way, that I might add, that, man, it's okay to suck at things, especially things that you think that you're going to be good at, because not everything is meant to be, and not everyone is good at everything. That might sound really silly for me to say, but y'all, if you know anything about the Enneagram, I am an Enneagram 8 wing 7. 7s are usually very talented and, they're good at a lot of things that they do. Let me just say it like that. They're good at a lot of things that they do. And me personally, I'm a very fast learner and tend to be good at almost everything I do. 2020, I learned that I am not good at everything I do. And holy shit, that was a hard lesson to learn. It hurt my ego. It hurt my wallet. It hurt lots of things. And it hurt my wallet because I'm talking about a career. I made a new choice with a career that was something I'd never been in before. The industry, the position itself, none of it. It sounded like something I would be good at. And boy, I was wrong. I was so wrong. And I chose to leave. And I'm glad I chose to leave because it wasn't right for me. But damn, that was a hard decision to make because I'm stubborn. And I'm like, no, I can learn it. I can be good. And no, I just couldn't be good at this. And that's okay. That is okay because not everyone is good at everything. But everyone is good at something. I also learned to enjoy just to stay in and to try new and interesting, complicated recipes. I spent a lot more time outside. I walked and ran pretty much every day of the lockdown because I needed to get out of the house. So outside I went. I wouldn't be surprised if I get a bunch of skin cancer in my 60s because I was so bad. I didn't wear a ton of sunscreen. I mean, some days I did, but a lot of times I didn't. I hate admitting that. Oh, my dermatologist is going to die if they ever hear that. And guys, another really important thing that I learned to do in 2020 was to stop expecting things to go as planned, which is really hard for a type A planner like me, but also to just go with the flow, man. Some of the best things in life are unplanned. And while I would never, ever, ever in a million years wish for a pandemic like this to occur again, I really think that it was something that I didn't know that I needed. And I'm going to challenge you to take some time to reflect on this past year and focus on all of the positive things that 2020 brought to you. Hell, make a list if you need to. get out a pen and a paper and write down all of the pros about 2020. I bet you'd be surprised at how many great things came from 2020 when you stop focusing on the negatives and instead look for the positives. All right, now, guys, let's talk about this new segment that I'm adding to the show. It is called What a Weirdo. I need to say it more enthusiastic. What a weirdo! How's that sound? I need someone to tell me which of those sounds better, and we'll just roll with the better one. So this new segment is meant to be a fun, entertaining way to end some of the more difficult topics on a lighter note, where we can just laugh about the weird things that we as human beings do. 'Cause deep down, we're all fucking weirdos in our own way. We really are. So, send me a message on Instagram, or you can head on over to the contact page on my website and tell me about something hilariously weird that you do. Seriously, something that you will make fun of yourself for doing, because that's the point of this, laughing about ourselves. I want us all to just laugh together at the silliness of, I don't know, you pretending that you're in a movie while you go running with your headphones on, or eating peanut butter on string cheese. Ew, okay, I only do one of those two things, I promise. Can you guess which one? I really hope that you can guess the right one. I really, really do. But I'm going to go ahead and start out the first few weeks by spilling the beans on my weirdo fun things that I enjoy. And then I'm going to leave it up to you. Yep, that's right, you. And to be honest, I want this to be a fun thing. I don't want you to pull up somebody else's thing that they do. I want you to specifically focus on yourself, number one. And if you're going to Instagram message me or, through the website, however you do it, you can ask for me to just mention you as anonymous if you're shy, or I could mention your Instagram handle or just your first name, however you prefer. Just remember, focus on yourself. Find some crazy thing that you do that most people think is really weird that you just love, that you enjoy, like peanut butter on string cheese. I really hope nobody actually enjoys that. Ew. Oh, and disclaimer. Yeah. Oh, yes, super disclaimer. Please, nothing sexual. I don't want to hear about your nasty fetishes or fantasies that you might have. So just save those for someone else's podcast who actually wants to share those things. Because I don't. We're looking for wholesome fun here. Wholesome fun. One more time for the people in the back. Wholesome fun. We can do it. Let's laugh at all of our weird things together. Let's have fun. Yes. Alrighty. So, final words to end today's show on. Next week, you can expect to hear me talk about anger management. We're doing anger management Bailey's way, because although my voice might sound really sweet and innocent, and I might look pretty cute, I'm little and cute, I got a temper. And oh gosh, it can be so bad. It's gotten way better over the last 2 to 3 years, but man, that took some work. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I did in, that little working process to help relieve some of that and not be so fucking angry. Because nobody likes hanging around with angry people. Nobody likes being angry. It's not a fun emotion. So let me help you solve that out and give you some tips and tricks on what I did. Because deep down, we all get angry. That's okay. It's okay to feel the emotion of anger, but it's not okay to react on it explosively or to harp on it conditionally long term, which I used to do both those things. So this is going to be a real fun episode next week. Awkward laughing. All right. So thank you for listening to the show. I appreciate y'all so much. And guys, the reviews y'all have been leaving on iTunes, they're making my eyes water and tear up because y'all are saying some really sweet things. And it just reinforces the fact that this podcast was a good idea and that me spilling the beans on my personal life to the public, which is kind of scary, which it was at first, which it's not anymore because I like y'all and I like y'all. Y'all are pretty cool now, but it just reinforces though that this was a good idea and that I am helping others. And man, if there's anything that y'all specifically want to hear or that I could do, just shoot me a message. I would love to help more ways that I can. Please keep that in mind. So if you enjoyed this episode, just take a screenshot of it for me, please. Post it on your Instagram and tag distress2joyful_Bailey's Way. And you too can help spread the word on how great this podcast is by leaving me a review. Please, the more the merrier. I love it. Maybe I'll have an episode where I read all of them. That would be fun. Let's get more. Yay. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Well, until next time, take it easy, stay grateful, and be joyful. Bye.